Seems to be no sign of the young Jedi anywhere. I'll keep my cons open. I'll try the hologram link. Over and out. This planet is too much sand. Let's contact with Yoda. Comms seem to be down. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. With a lightsaber. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bryce with the Real Squad, and today we have the Kenobi series. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can tell I'm excited because I did a skit. If I do a skit for something, I'm excited. If you know, I was gonna do an unboxing for the Jedi gear here, but yeah, so stay tuned to the end of the video if you guys want to get a closer look at that stuff. But without further ado, let's get into Kenobi episodes 1 and 2. Man. Oh my gosh. We are here, guys. So I'm gonna review episodes 1 and 2. I'm not gonna go over everything, just the highlights, things that I liked, and things that might have a little problem with, but we can talk about it. First off, that beginning montage. Bravo. The first episodes 1, 2, and 3 of them mashing together all those movies to tell the story of Anakin, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and pretty much the Jedis and Darth Sidious was amazing. I loved it. It got you emotionally ready for episode 1. And I'm gonna use that word probably a lot, emotional, because this was a very emotional watch for me. I don't know why. It's probably because the prequels, when they came out, I was at the right age. So they probably hit harder for me, even though I grew up on the originals, episode 4, 5, and 6. So like I was old enough to like fully understand when episodes 1, 2, and 3 came out, and to be able to experience that as a teenager was pretty dope. And now that I'm back, it seems like I'm back here revisiting the same time, and so it's crazy. And the beginning of the episode, it starts off with sequence from Order 66. And you Star Wars fans out there, y'all know how we feel about any piece of information or footage we can get from Order 66. And this was dope. If you don't know, the Inquisitors, which are the bad guys of the series, they are old Jedi and old Jedi younglings that were captured and turned bad, basically. And so in the beginning, you have a teacher training about 4 or 5 students, and 2 seconds later, Order 66 has been initiated, and stormtroopers are busting in. And whoever this Jedi is, I'm gonna give you your shout out right now, because you went absolutely crazy defending those kids. That was crazy. And that green, that was dope. The green lightsaber, the way this whole scene was shot, the lighting looked beautiful. I love being back on Coruscant in the Jedi Temple and seeing Order 66 and all the Jedis blocking and defending, trying to save it. It was just crazy being there. But I loved it. But she ends up dying. I believe one of those kids will end up growing up to be Reva, and that's the third sister from the Inquisitors. But like I said, that is a hell of a way to start off episode 1. And then this is when we meet our Inquisitors. We meet the Grand Inquisitor. Fun fact about this, his eyes was white in the trailer. And it was a lot of controversy around it because in the series from Rebels, where he's from, his eyes are yellow. Like usually if you're dealing with Sith or any type of dark side stuff, your eyes turn like reddish yellow. And so that was a good on Disney when Lucasfilm on switching that up for the series. That was dope. But yeah, the Inquisitors, they look really good. The set, not the set design, but the costume design, whoever's doing that is doing a really good job. Everybody looks super saucy. So I'm gonna go ahead. This is the elephant in the room. Reva as the third sister. I'm gonna go ahead and say now I like her. I definitely like her. She has the swag for the character. For me, I think it's just her line delivery, because I watched the interview of her talking about Star Wars, and she was saying how she wasn't really a fan. She knows like the classic like Luke, I'm your father stuff, but she wasn't into it. And so for me, that's what it is. I feel like she's just not into it. She's a great actor, but her heart is not into it. I feel like she's kind of approaching it not in a disrespectful way, but like kind of playfully, like, oh, this is just, this is just, I'm playing like your typical bad guy. But usually the greatest bad guys have great chemistry, and like she's a character that has great chemistry. It's just that she's not bringing it here, and I'm not sure if that's just the line delivery. But her swag is fire. Like everything surrounding her, as far as her presence and stuff like that, I can feel it. So I like it. I just hope that after episode 2, it either grows on me more or it gets better. But we'll see. But she is definitely playing a big part so far. But it's not the Reva show. It's definitely the Kenobi show. But you find out that they're hunting Jedi that have survived, and they track one here to a bar or whatever. And you get this really cool scene again with Reva and the Grand Inquisitor, who's interrogating the bar owner, trying to figure out where this Jedi is. And she goes like, not a really around his back, but like, you know what? I'm done with all this talking. She picks up a knife and throws it at the bartender. And the Jedi that's been hiding there uses the Force to stop it. And that's how she immediately finds him. Like, oh, we on you. I love that. She got on him so quick. And that's the scene from the trailer where she jumps over the table and shoots the lightsaber out. Like, he was not about to escape. He wouldn't have escaped. This sounds crazy. He wouldn't have escaped if it wasn't for the Grand Inquisitor. What? Reva was done with him trying to explain like he don't know nothing, and was about to literally chop him in half, to the point where the lightsaber is touching his arm. The Grand Inquisitor had to use the Force to push her back. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I like seeing the more destructive, evil side of the dark side. Like, I don't want to hear too much of this talking right now. I'm trying to, let's get it in. And that's what Reva's doing, and that's probably why I like her. And I think a lot of people think she's overdoing it, or is like too annoying or something like that. But hey, it's working for me. It's just that the lines aren't working for me. But like I said, they bring in the intensity. Another thing, Obi-Wan, of course, he's been working on like a meat farm, staying away like he's supposed to, watching over Luke, and you can see he's traumatized. He hasn't been using the Force, none of his powers, everything is all boxed up, and he's just living his normal, quiet life. He's even seeing people getting talked down to and did wrong, and he's not doing nothing to jeopardize Luke or him. Like, he really holding it down right now. And so I like seeing that. Like, this Obi-Wan is the same Obi-Wan. Like, there's nothing drastically changed, but it makes sense for him to be emotionally damaged. Like, this is the same Obi-Wan from the end of episode 3. I love it. He is so damaged. He cannot believe what happened to Anakin. And I love the scenes of him sleeping and dreaming and having those flashbacks to everything. That's dope. But then you get your dope scene of him going to go see Luke from a distance, and he uses these binoculars that I got from Disneyland. I'm gonna go ahead and call them the Kenobi binoculars, but this is the Jedi gear. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, man. I'm like, okay, I just got those. I was wondering why they put it out at Disneyland for sale. I'm like, this must about this. He's a must. He's probably gonna use it in the series. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, you see young Luke, Uncle Owen, and it's cool. You know, even though we saw it in the trailer, it is nice to see young Luke and Joel Edgerton returning to play Uncle Owen. And Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owen. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. He is so strong here as far as the character and holding it down for his family and Luke. I love it. He is such a good actor to me, and I'm glad that they brought him back to be Uncle Owen again, because there's a scene with him and Obi-Wan Kenobi when Kenobi brings Luke a toy, and he like, look, bro, he throw the toy back at him like, don't come here again. Like, it's hot. Like, look what you did to his dad. Like, I love that whole encounter. Like, it's so emotional. It is emotional because like I'm constantly thinking about the prequels and like what everybody means to everybody. So it's very serious. And Kenobi is still dead set. Like, even though I'm pretty pissed off with the situation and hurt, I'm still dead set on training Luke. But I'm gonna go ahead. Let's talk about Reva's plan. That's what I'm gonna call it. Reva's plan is to, yeah, they're hunting these Jedi, but she's going around everybody's back trying to capture Kenobi to gain favor with Darth Vader. Everybody knows Vader wants Kenobi super bad. And so she has an idea or a plan to fish him out. And that is going into the archive, seeing who he used to work with, finding out that Bail Organa, Leia's adopted father, used to work with him. Not knowing that Leia is Vader's daughter or whatever, she sends some bounty hunters to kidnap her, knowing that Bail Organa is going to reach out to Obi-Wan to go rescue her, which is pretty genius. I gotta say that's genius. I don't know why she was the only one to think of that, but it's genius. So that plan pretty much works out. Let me get Leia out the way. The actress who's playing Leia, what's her name? Vivian Blair. I saw her in We Are Heroes, or We Could Be Heroes, the Netflix series about the kid superheroes and stuff. Good actress and good casting. She's definitely gonna be somebody to look out for. She's doing what she's supposed to do, being a 10-year-old kid or acting like a 10-year-old kid. They're gonna be annoying, they're gonna be talkative, annoying, you name it. It is what it is. I got kids, I know how the story goes. But this is where we get into episode 2. So Kenobi arrives at this Japan, Tokyo-esque type planet. A lot of neon lights, always wet, crowded. But this is a fun, interesting scene. We meet a fake Jedi played by Kamal Nagiani, I believe his name is. He was one of the Eternals, and there was a few other things I saw him in. But he reminds me of Taika Waititi. He's like a funny comedic character in usually everything he's in. But he is over here pretending to be a Jedi and having people pay him so he can help them get off planet. But he using the ploy of being a Jedi to make people more comfortable with him. And so, and apparently he's helping Force sensitives off the planet too, because one of the women he sees has a son who she needs to get off planet, and apparently he's Force sensitive. So it's interesting. But you get this fun scene of him pretending to have the Force and use like, you know, Jedi mind tricks to tell the pilot to let them on for free, basically, or, you know, just to let them on the shuttle. But it's his partner on the other line. But Obi-Wan oversees this, and after the lady leaves, he pops up on him and like, look, I know what you're doing. You're fake. You're a bad person. You're the scum of the earth. I need you to help me find this girl, though. But at the end of the day, I called him Paul. Kamal Nagiani's character is not really bad at all. He just needs the money. But he ends up telling Obi-Wan where he could possibly find Leia at, like this drug warehouse type place. You get like another interesting scene where you see like more of the Star Wars culture, more aliens. He's like in a drug type alien lab. He sets off like a little fake explosion so he can get in the back where they keep their prisoners. And as we know, this is a setup by Reva. And so when he finds the cell, it's not Leia in it, it's the bad guys. And like they kind of jump him and stuff, punch him up. Bad guys trying to make a joke like, man, Obi-Wan, you supposed to be the boy. You over here bleeding on my floor. And Obi-Wan, you know, being clever, says everyone bleeds, and drops another like little explosion, and it's like some type of drugs in it that knocks them out and stuff. But he puts a little mask on and escapes, and he ends up finding Leia in another room. But this is where things get turned up. Reva pops up and was like, what happened? Like, where you go? And she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna give you guys the bounty. Set the bounty out there to all your other bounty partners and tell them to report to me. We're gonna fish them out. And she like, and the bounty hunters like, you think bounty hunters can take Obi-Wan? She's like, nah, I just need y'all to squeeze him. I'm gonna get him. And so she has this really cool scene where she goes onto the roof and she's posing, like waiting for something to pop off, like scoping the area. And mind you, the Grand Inquisitor and the second brother and the second sister are coming. They already know that she's wilding out with this plan. And so, of course, Obi-Wan has to be on the run. And he starts to see all these bounty hunters pop out of nowhere, so he know that the jig is up. And so at the same time, this is where the intensity and anxiety starts to build up, because he has Leia with him maneuvering through the crowd in this dark time. Like, he keeps having to knock out these guys left and right, and she's asking 1,000,001 questions, and he's trying to convince her that he's a good guy, basically. And it's a moment where she sees him fighting. She's like, why are you not using your Jedi lightsaber? Why are you not using the Force? You're not a Jedi. And she runs off. I'm like, oh my God, Leia, don't do this. Please don't do this. And she runs to the roof. And of course, Reva's up there. And all the bounty hunters follow Obi-Wan up there, chasing after her. She sees the commotion, and she starts to do her little Jedi parkour straight towards that direction on top of the roofs. And that is shot very dope. This is clean. She's doing all type of stuff. What is it called? Force jumping, killing it. But yeah, then you get your scene where, like, we know that each episode Obi-Wan is trying not to use the Force or the lightsaber or interact in that type of way with the Force at all, because he knows if he does, he'll open up the floodgates for Vader to know where he is, or to know that he's out there. And so Leia, in all the commotion, tries to jump from one roof to another, slips, grabs onto like a clothesline, and Obi-Wan is panicking, like, hold on, I got you. I'm gonna find something to help you, and like, just don't let go. And you can see the panic on his face. And as she lets go, he reaches out with the Force and grabs her, slows down her fall, catches her, and just like lightly sets her down on the ground. And at this moment, like, just like us, he knows the jig is up. It's over. So I'm like, oh my God, Leia, why did you make him have to do this? But like I said, the intensity keeps building up. Not Paul, I keep calling him Paul. Kamala Nagiani's character pops up again and is like, look, I can help y'all. I saw like the bounty chip. I'm not here to collect. There's a port I can send you to. Take the ship. Basically, you and Leia can be good. Just take it. It's good. And Obi-Wan is like, can I trust you? He's like, you can trust me. And so you have his last cool scene is him getting in the way of Reva, Kamal Nagiani's character. And he's like, look, I'm a Jedi. Fight me. Fight me. And he's like trying to block her way of going down this alley. And she's like, you're not a Jedi. And like slams him with the Force against the wall hella hard. But she's like, you know where a Jedi is though. And she starts to use the Force to like interrogate his mind and read his mind. And she finds out where the port is. So I love seeing that. Like, I love when the Sith or the bad Jedi, 'cause I know the Inquisitors aren't technically Sith, but I love when they go extra hard, because they're super evil. If you think these guys is bad, Vader is 100 million times worse. So I just love seeing the turn up action. And so Reva ends up popping up at the port. Obi-Wan has to shove Leia into the ship basically and tell her to be quiet. And he has to pretty much, he on defense mode. He got the lightsaber out. He didn't ignite it yet, but he got it out. He's hiding behind these crates. And Reva starts to go on a monologue. And this is where the crazy controversy comes in. She reveals that Vader is Anakin. And when she does that, the look on Obi-Wan's face hiding behind these crates, like, you can feel the intensity of the music swelling up. It's the anxiety is just built. He's like, wait, what? And at this moment, the Grand Inquisitor comes in and is like, Reva, you was so out of line. Like, I'm taking him from here. Stand down, step to the side. I'm taking Obi-Wan in. And it's just as he's about to use the Force to separate the crates that Obi-Wan's hiding behind of, Reva's lightsaber is already ignited, and she sticks it in his chest. The Grand Inquisitor's chest. I'm like, wait, I saw him in other scenes in the trailer. I know he's still alive, right? Bruh, she dropped this fool. It was like, he's mine. But Obi-Wan uses this time to like go to the ship and escape with Leia. And you can tell he is still crushed, because like Leia's trying to talk to him and he can't hear anything. Like, he is tuned her completely out, and he is just distraught right now, learning that Anakin is still alive, has survived, and is Vader. And like I said, this is a lot of controversy going to be surrounding this because of Reva being the one revealing this. And on top of that, she's killed the Grand Inquisitor. Man. If you guys have seen this episode, please let me know. Comment below on what you think about Reva, Obi-Wan so far, the Grand Inquisitor, and how they're handling the show. And if Deborah Chow, the director, is doing a good job. So far, I feel like she is. But make sure you hit that like button. As like I said, comment. Please sub if you're new here. Got a lot more content coming. The channel is growing. And like I said, at the end of this video, I will be doing a small little unboxing, even though it's already unboxed, video of the Jedi gear. But I appreciate you guys for sticking with me, man. It's going to be one hell of a ride with Kenobi series, man. I'm excited. But appreciate you guys. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Okay, guys. First up, we have the radio. Got a little on and off switch right here. Got him on already. This takes what is it? LR44 batteries. I'll put a picture up. But you got two buttons here. One if you want to talk to Kenobi. You talk to him with this first. Say what you want to say. Then you press this one.
This is General Kenobi. We have your transmission.
Uh-oh.
I'm dispatching Commander Cody to bring you back. You and I are going to give Grievous a little parting gift.
Uh-oh.
We'll have to stand and fight. Fall back. Fall back! A great leap forward often requires first taking 2 steps back.
If you guys remember that he used this a lot in episode 1, 2, and 3.
A peacekeeper belongs on the front lines of conflict. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to
Of the
do his
movies.
job. You will not jeopardize your safety trying to be
Well, they got a lot of phrases on this guy.
This is General Kenobi. We have your transmission.
Okay. And then we have the binoculars. This is probably going to be like the, I want to say the cheapest, but like the most, you know, regular. It's just, it doesn't really binocular, you know. It's just for the aesthetic, but it looks really good. You got your little clear visor right here. But it looks just like what he used in the show. This twist, you know, it's a little fun. Need for the Jedi gear set. You want to show off. Now this is where it gets cool. So we have the hologram projector. See how my man looks? You press the button here. Wait, oh, I got him off. I got him off. Turn him on. Come on. Let me see. On. Ooh, so each little guy comes with his own phrases. Let's see, here we go. Saucy. I gotta make some more videos. Get that. I get that looks. All right, let me see who my next guy is. Next we got Grievous. Woo. So this is probably my favorite piece, is the hologram projector, because it's like how they got the line set up on Grievous and Yoda and Commander Cody. Saucy. Love that. And last but not least, I told y'all I was gonna open it with you. Kyber crystal. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Now hopefully it's a black one, because I mean this like some type of special edition. You know how we feel about the special editions around here, you know what I mean? All right, fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Come on, get off of here. Oh, they make these things so tight. All right, all right. Paper out the way. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got. The moment of truth. Is it gonna be the red or black? Let's see. Okay, we got the red. We got the red. Still, ain't nothing wrong with red. Ooh, look at that. Kyber crystal. You gotta bleed these bad boys to be a Sith. That's why they red. You gotta bleed the Kyber crystals. Look that up if you don't know about bleeding them. Interesting. Dang, look how good that looks. It looks bloody. Shoot. Kyber crystal for the saber. But yeah, that's all for the Jedi gear, guys. Thanks for coming through again, watching the video. Appreciate you guys. Y'all stay tuned for more. Peace.